Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys.
Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. Today's beer comes from Stone Brewing. This is their Old Guardian Barleywine style ale, oaked and smoked. This is the 2013 edition that I've had in the fridge downstairs since 2013. So this beer's got a few years on it now, being 2019. This is a barley wine, American barley wine, coming in at 11.4%. It does have 2013 written on it. It does have the ABV on there. I don't know if they've done the oaked and smoked any other year. I couldn't find that on Beer Advocate. And of course, a lot of times they clump all these together. They do have it listed as a retired beer. So I don't know if this is the one and only year that they did the oaked and smoked or not. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 11.4 and 80 IBUs on this beer. So I've had it for a long time. It's been downstairs in the fridge ever since I bought it. So we're still going through some of those beers and emptying that fridge out downstairs. It won't be long, that fridge will be empty. So we're getting to a lot of these big beers that's been down in that fridge for a long time. So that's all we need to talk about, so let's stop talking and start pouring a big 22-ounce bomber on this one. And let's see what we got. Little hiss, little smoke. Into the glass we go. We're going to go down the center on this one, guys, and see what we got. I bet it's got a big yeast cake in the bottom of it, too. Or sediment cake, whatever you want to call that. Straight down the center here, guys. And we leave enough there for the other half to have some. About a little more than a quarter finger of head on that beer, on that pour. Nice ruby mahogany color. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the center of the glass. A good looking barley wine. Very nice. Let's get it to the nose and see what we got. Rich roasted malt on this. Got a nice sweet smell like most barley wines do. Maybe a hint of caramel toppy. A little bit of fruitiness in there. Not a big hop presence since it's been sitting in the fridge that long. I'm sure the hops have died out pretty good. Not getting a lot of oak or smoke on the nose. Maybe it'll be in the taste. Smells like a fairly decent barley wine. I don't smell any off-putting flavors or anything. Seems like it's cellared fairly well. The oak and the smoke may have been more prominent in the nose when it was fresh. But hopefully we'll get some on the taste. So let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Very nice. A hint of the smoke. A little woodiness in there. This is not considered a barrel aged. They probably use some kind of oak chips or spirals or something like that in there to get the oak. A little heavy on the bitterness, 80 IBUs. Takes a lot of bittering hops to balance that out so it's not too sweet. But the bitterness is there, being 80 IBUs. Maybe a little hint of some fruit in there, maybe some plums or dates. seems like it has cellared very well. A very nice beer. And being a 2013 and we're in 2019, that's 6 years on this bottle. So seems to have cellared fairly well. Fairly tasty. Alcohol seems to be fairly well hidden for almost a 12%er. Very nice. Very nice beer. I've got some other stone beers that's in that fridge down there. Some of the vertical epics, I've got multiple years of those. And I'm not going to do a vertical on 2 of those verticals. That's just too much alcohol for me to have in one setting, guys. My vertical days are probably pretty much over for these monsters ABV beers. I'm not going to, I can't have 2 12% beers side by side in one evening. It's just too many calories for me to intake in one day. So still on that diet, and we're down almost 34 pounds now, so still working on that. The diet is sucking, and I'm suffering with what I'm limited to be able to eat every day, but it's working slowly but surely. I didn't put all this weight on in one day, and it's not all coming off in one day. And running the gun store, I don't get a lot of physical activity like I did when I had the cabinet shop going. So pretty tasty. So we're going to sip on this. It's right out of the fridge. It'll come up to room temperature, and we'll come back and see where she ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm sipping on it probably 45 minutes to an hour now. Up to room temperature. Nice lacing is left on the glass. Kind of tasty. Decent beer. Alcohol's well hidden. A nice sweet aroma. A little bit heavy on the bitterness in my opinion, but has cellared fairly well. Stone makes some awesome beers, guys. They really do. This one has basically lived up to what I was expecting. Not over the top, not outstanding or anything like that, but I do think it's a well-made beer. All the qualities that you're going to expect from a barley wine, other than the little heavy notes on the bitterness. But like I said earlier, it takes a lot of bittering hops to balance out a beer when you're brewing an almost 12% barley wine. So I just think the bitterness is just a little heavy on this one, but not off-putting. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I think it's selling very well. So with that being said, final chug time. It did have heavy sediment, heavy cake in the bottom of it, being cellared that long. That went down the wrong pipe there. But I expect that, guys, from a beer that's been sitting still in the fridge for that long. You're going to get that a lot of times. Especially on this style of beer, and well, it is what it is. The back end pour was a little more cloudier than what I had in my glass. So tasty beer. I think it's a little better than what the grades are showing everywhere else. I'm gonna give this an A- 92 from me on this one. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.93. That's in their B+ range. I think it's a little better. They've got the ABV, they've got the vintage on there, and it has cellared very well. And like I said, probably would have been a little more prominent notes from the oak and the smoke fresh than it is now, but they're very subtle, but they're still there. You have to be looking for them to find them. Other than the heavy bitterness, I think it's a very, if it wasn't quite so bitter, I would probably give it a little bit better grade. But it is a tasty beer and cellared well. So that's where we're going to leave it. B+ from Beer Advocate. Over to Untapped. They have it at 3.87, which is also in the B+ range. If it didn't have the vintage on it, or the ABV, or both, I might consider that. But I think it's just a tad better than that, for as well as it has cellared here. So I appreciate Stone putting the vintage on their stuff, and they use these silkscreen information on the bottle. You know, it's not a label that's been stuck on it. The bottles are actually printed up for this particular beer. So another reason why it should have that information on it, because they're not going to put any other year beer in the bottle, because it's specifically made for this particular beer. So with that being said, guys, I think it's a little better than what Untapped and what Beer Advocate is saying, but it's not to the solid A or the A plus scale, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Don't base that on anything other than just my opinion. What you may like, I may not, and what I may love, you may not. So it goes both ways. So if you've got one of these, I doubt if you're going to see one of these sitting on the shelf anywhere of this vintage. All of these have been bought up and either been drank or in somebody's cellaring closet or fridge. But if you've had it recently, or if you've had it at all, let me know what you think of the 2013 edition of the Old Guardian from Oat Smoked Barley Wine from Stone Brewing. Let me know. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.